If a person starts acting weird towards you out of nowhere, all of a sudden, don't address it. And I know that's so hard for most people because it's like, no, I want to address it. I want to figure out why they acting like this all of a sudden, why they treat me like this out of nowhere. I promise you it's intentional.
This time around on TikTok versus when I started, I thought I was being honest back then. Don't get me wrong, I was being honest, but I wasn't being as honest as I am now. I wasn't being as blunt. I wasn't being as direct because I felt like at some instance I would offend someone. And now I do not give a fuck about none of that. I do not care. I'm going to get this thought out. And if you mad after that, take it up with whatever God you serve, baby, because I ain't going to do nothing about it. And it actually really speaks to my brand, which is why I just kind of changed the username, but I haven't changed the theme of my page because this is what I stand for, dialogue. A lot of people get wrapped up in trying to make me have a personal response to a lot of shit they say, but that's only because they have a personal response to what I say. And I don't necessarily always feel like that. Sometimes I say shit just to put it out there so it can be talked about, and it ain't got shit to do with me. Just saying.
What up, kinfolk? I don't know who need to hear this, but some friends.
That's crazy. She telling the truth. I'm gonna give an example, or even maybe just an elaboration. When you are aligned with someone, you don't have to make a big scene about it. When you're also not aligned with someone, you don't have to make a big scene about it. It's almost like when you care enough about yourself, you know what to give your energy to. And when something doesn't align with you anymore, you stop giving your energy to it, right? So, therefore, some friendships need to expire slowly because a lot of people have bad intentions for you and it causes a misalignment. And if you continue to want to align with that person after that, it's going to just bring you down. It's going to slow you down, bring you down, whatever you think. It's going to do that. So it's better to let something fade quietly because you're decreasing the amount of energy that you do every time. Decrescendo. And let it be that and get to a quiet.
If a person starts acting weird towards you out of nowhere, all of a sudden, don't address it. And I know that's so hard for most people because it's like, no, I want to address it. I want to figure out why they acting like this all of a sudden, why they treat me like this out of nowhere. I promise you it's intentional. I promise you everything a person does is very much intentional. Their silence is intentional. Their avoidance is intentional. Their switch up is intentional. And the moment you realize that it is not your job to figure out why they are doing what they are doing to you, if you know that you have been a great person to them and you actually showed up with pure intentions and you've been patient, fair, understanding, loving, all of the things, not your loss. So when I say pay it no mind, instead of sending them a text, a long drawn out message, instead of trying to seek clarity or closure, pay it with silence. Reward that behavior with your absence. They are not going to receive whatever you're about to say to them with a clear conscience. Instead, they're probably going to either avoid even more or deflect. And that's going to have you feeling even more worse than what you're feeling right now. So why give them another ounce of your vulnerability when they have not even handled the first portion you've given them properly? Don't keep allowing people to show you who they are over and over again. Don't do that. Instead, remove yourself the first time things feel off. Some stuff, yes, you can have a conversation about, but most of the time, things are very intentional. And if you can sense that something is off, most likely something is off. And you shouldn't be the only person doing the emotional labor in any relationship. So allow people to show you who they are and believe them the first time they show you. And remove yourself or act accordingly.
Respectability for politics is the reason why these people in management can treat everybody else like you. Hear me out. You are conditioned to be nice to them all the time. You should know exactly who I'm talking to. You are conditioned to be nice to them all the time. And if you're not, then your job is the one that's in fucking jeopardy, not theirs. See, they can do all the negative shit they want towards you. They can project on you. They can make you do shit you don't want to do. Whatever. But the moment you say no, the moment you say, oh, I'm staying home today, instead of risking my life to go work, then it's an issue. Respectability politics is the reason why we have not revolted yet. And I ain't even really specifically talking about a race. I'm just talking about people in general in this country who are not in the 1%, who are the ones that have to do for the 1%. We have not revolted. I don't think y'all understand math. Because if we're in the 99% and they're in the 1%, all we have to do is protest one day not going anywhere. Nobody go to work, nobody go to school, nobody do shit. If we protested for one day, it would hurt them
more that you heal, the meaner you get. And this usually shows up in two specific ways. First, you stop over-explaining yourself. You stop softening your boundaries so other people feel comfortable. You don't say yes out of guilt anymore. You say yes because you actually want to. And you're not trying to be liked, chosen, or approved of. You're choosing yourself instead. And to the people who benefited from your previous lack of boundaries, that feels like you've changed. Second, you become ruthless with your energy. Not cold, not avoidant, just clear. You stop forcing connections that cost you your peace. You don't need closure conversations or dramatic exits. You just quietly disengage, because healing teaches you that peace is more important than proximity. So yeah, you might be a little bit meaner. You might seem bitchier, but really, you're just no longer available for chaos, manipulation, or self-abandonment. And that's not mean, that's growth.
Stupid people are incredibly overconfident, which is why it seems like there are more stupid people in the world than
Smart people get bullied out their spot because there's more stupid people than smart people. We're outnumbered, and they know that. They weaponize it and then create entire lifestyles and societal pressures around it. Like, being stupid is the golden ticket, to be honest with you. You know how many people I know that are not smart in any facet or field at all, but just have a hobby that they really like doing and they make a whole lot of fucking money from it? Like, it's so easy to be dumb. That's why a lot of times I will play dumb just to avoid something that I know is coming, by the way. And not to be malicious about it, but like, when you have metacognition, you think about everything more than once. I don't want to have to think about this shit all the time. But dumb people, they only think about it maybe once if they think it all the way through. Just to give you a comparison.
I just read something that said you can't build a kingdom with someone who still wants attention from the village.
You know, the whole dating thing, to me, I take serious because I consider myself a queen and I will never, ever, ever, ever stoop lower than that. And one of the comments under this post said, a queen that never competes, especially when anybody less under her. She just leaves. And guess what? Everything crumbles after that because she was the one holding shit up. So a lot of men out there, y'all wonder why women don't want to fuck with y'all. It's because y'all still want attention and gratification and acknowledgement and all these things from people that you would consider your peers or whatever, but you want attention from them. You want validation from them. I do not give a fuck about none of that. None of it. I don't give a fuck.
Something I will never understand is people's obsession to control the poor people.
No, seriously. And it starts at home. I realized that actually it's taken me since COVID to kind of realize this because I just didn't care to think about it, but it starts at home because I didn't have the parents or the family members that were constantly like, hey, there's this opportunity, I want you to take it, or hey, I heard about this, I think you'll fit well in this, or hey, here's this job, or hey, do you want to shovel the snow and get paid? Or like, I never had that type of family, so they would inherently call me lazy. I knew I wasn't lazy. I got to college, I worked harder than I ever fucking worked in my life for 5 years, put myself through school. COVID happens, so my plans went down the fucking drain. I have to move back home after certain circumstances, and the first thing I get is that, oh, you want to leech off somebody, you blah blah blah. Like, how do you think you can control how my life goes and how my pockets are? Because I never asked y'all to pay a bill of mine. Never. The way I get my money, 3 streams of income, at least right now. You're never going to be able to control what I do. But the fact that some people go so hard to control what the fuck other people do and they don't even have good intentions at all for both of them, this is why the world is where it is right now and why a lot of families fucking fail. Because instead of thinking, hey, this is a team effort, let's make sure everybody has a place, y'all, every man for itself.
She's so perfect. She thinks she's so perfect. She thinks she's so perfect. Is it that I think I'm perfect? Or that you think I'm perfect? And do you think I'm perfect? Or is it that I've packaged my imperfections in a way that makes you incapable of weaponizing them against me? Questions that need answers.
My move forever, ever. Treasures dancing on the bezel. It's kind of feeling unforgettable. Promise this my move forever. Promise is my move forever, forever and ever.
I hold them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence.